You have the power to turn this life into heaven. That's the title of this video. I'm going to the gym right now, and as I was driving here, I felt this unspeakable surge of just awe. I don't even know how to describe it. That feeling of, what if today was my last day? Did I really live emotionally to the fullest? Physically, spiritually, psychologically? Do I feel like this is all I have left? And remembering my death, look at this. I picked this up from my hike on my last video. Like, what is this? How is this even possible? How is the car I'm sitting in possible? How is my life possible? How is this society? How is this infrastructure functioning possible? What is all of this? How is all of this possible? How is it possible? How is it working? You know, as shitty as what we have and the systems that we have in place, they somewhat work. How does that light turn green and red? And why does the crosswalk give you the little person when you press the button? Isn't it a miracle that this all works? Like, I don't even know what to say. What is all of this? We're so busy running around trying to find it. You know, what are you waiting for? I don't know what to tell you. You can spend your whole life waiting for it, and you'll never have truly lived a day. Look around. Look at the trees. Look at the signs. Look at the fucking paint on the parking lot. How did they paint that? Well, what is even the meaning of me pointing out all of this? I'm just trying to say how absurd everything is. What's the probability that we're here? And what, we're going to throw it all away for a world war? What is the probability that we are here right now? And can we just be content with that? Can we not focus so much on the problems and just see the beauty of what is right in front of us? You know, what makes a great photographer? What makes a great artist? What makes a great musician? They pull us out of this bullshit of problems and ugliness into the realm of beauty. If only for a second, if only for 3 minutes of the song. I was listening to country earlier, and I swear that shit pulled me into that. Country just has a way of romanticizing life. And how starving are we of that? All day we're on our phones. All day we're sitting in an office cubicle. All day. Like, what the fuck are we doing? When's the last time we've romanticized our own lives? When's the last time we've stopped and actually just thought, holy fuck, this is beautiful. I may be ugly as hell, but goddamn am I beautiful. This world may be ugly as hell, but goddamn is it beautiful. Can we go beyond the duality of good and bad and just see what is? Just see how good and bad harmonize and how they all come from the same source, and that is God. That is the universe. That is the Tao. That is yin and yang. How at the end of the day, we're all just searching for love. And it's all fueled by our traumas, by what we didn't get as a child, by what we feel we're missing. We think we finally get it. We finally get it. We can feel that love. We can feel that gratitude. We can feel that prosperity. Maybe you didn't get it as a child. Maybe your parents didn't give it to you. You called out to mom and dad. Mom, dad, look. Look what I made. They ignored you. Because they're struggling with their own problems. They didn't feel loved. They're trying to provide for you so they could feel loved. Don't you see how we're all struggling with our own version of how to feel loved? And we're so busy in our own paradigm of how it is we are to get that love that we completely miss the fact that all of us are looking for it. And we're looking to each other for it in our own ways. And we're just missing each other because we don't see how we're all trying to find it, but just in a different way. So when somebody acts in a way that isn't in accordance with how you want to receive love or to feel love, then suddenly you're like, oh, why is he being like this? But can we see the commonality underneath all the difference in our behavior, in our beliefs? What's the difference between a Jew, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist? The difference is the surface of their beliefs. Underneath all that is the same thing. We all want the same thing. We want to return to source. We want to return to peace and love. We want to return to the abundance that is harmony with the universe, harmony with nature, harmony with life. Except we get so caught up by the distractions of the surface level. Who gives a fuck what you believe? We all want the same thing. And I think we all know this deep down. We all know this. We just get so distracted in our bullshit. We get a hit, it's something, it feels like something to feel right, to feel righteous. And that's why we'll go to war. That's why we'll kill each other. To get that feeling. But that feeling is such a lowly substitute for the real thing. What if we could just give that all up? What if we could just give that all up? Then we could have the real thing. And you can only know what the real thing feels like when you've given it up and you've really experienced the universe at your fingertips. Not a single care in the world. Where you just know what this is all about. This beauty in the struggle. Watching everybody, watching yourself run around in this world, anxious, worried. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? We have to make it. And stepping back from that and just watching that, there's a certain just beauty about that. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to be okay. And that's beautiful. Can we revere and honor that? I don't give a shit what religion you follow. If you have never come to source, you are not religious. Religion is the platform for you to jump off of into religiousness. You have to take the plunge off of the dogma, off of the gospel, off of the commandments. You have to leap off of the dead and rigid. You have to stop clinging on to the signpost and actually summit the peak. All the ancient texts are fingers to the moon. I forgot where it's from, but I think it's a Buddhist saying or from some kind of spiritual teacher. So it's not from me. All the great texts are like a finger pointing to the moon. Except most people get so identified with the finger pointing to the moon that they don't see that the moon and the finger pointing to the moon is not the same thing. People get so caught up in the idea of wealth that they forget what wealth is. This misconception between the symbol and the reality of experiencing the real thing. I hope there's one person who watches this video who gets this. Because I'm going pretty out there right now. I'm going pretty out there. What did I title this video? You have the power to make this life heaven. Stop waiting for heaven after you die. You're either in heaven or you're in hell right now. Are you going to devote this life to making it heavenly? Are you gonna shrivel up and complain and be a victim to the injustice of the world? Are you going to remain bitter and resentful and angry and jealous and mad? That's hell. Where do you want to live? What do you want this world to be? Each and every one of us has that divine spark within us. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Worry not about tomorrow. I don't know word for word the lines, but finger in the moon, remember? The heart of Christ is within you. You can make a difference in your own life. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're fed up of being fed up, there's only one thing to do. And you know what that is. I don't need to tell you. The problem is, how often are we addicted to our misery? How often are we in love with how sick and tired of we are? I love how sick and tired. Let me express that more. I'm so victimized. My life is awful. This world is unfair. You can park in the... Okay. Okay, I'm going to end this video. I need to go train. Do what you need to do. You have this life. If heaven's not here, I don't know where it is. Because you can certainly turn this into hell. Like and subscribe to the channel. I have so many more bangers coming. This is only the beginning. This is the fucking beginning. I can't wait. Have fun out there. Go out in nature. Go to the gym. Take care of yourself. Go do your thing. All right. Bye-bye.